Hello, welcome back to CS38 Racing, and we're down at the wet Silverstone track, trying to take the Honda towards that top 6, that difficult top 6 that we're aiming for. So if you like CS38 Racing, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't miss out on this awesome top 4 battle that happens in this round. Alright, let's jump down into it. Okay, so it's time for us to pick the team that we're wanting to ride for here. So we've got a few options. We've got KTM, Ducati, Aprilia, and Honda. Honda's looking like they're offering us the ability to ride for the factory team as well as Yamaha. That could be an interesting option to consider, jumping to factory Yamaha. Should we jump to the factory Honda? It'd be the natural progression from where we currently are with LCR Honda. So it could be an interesting transition, another step up, see if we could fight for the championship with the infamous Repsol Honda. But then again, we could also jump to Aprilia as well, but we've been to them last season, so I think we'll look towards Ducati, which we've got opportunity with their satellite teams, and same with KTM, we would have a chance with Gas. But with that being said, I'm thinking more towards Ducati. It's a bike that we haven't ridden in the championship or in career mode at all in any of our career mode seasons. So I think we're going to pick Ducati. Okay, so now that is the goal for the future, let's look at what Quartararo's got to say. I've heard a lot of things going around the paddock. Let's just keep everything cordial. And we can't seem to open that comment that Zarko said either. All right, let's look at what's going to happen for the rest of the season. So we've got Silverstone this round, followed by the Red Bull Ring, Aragon, San Remo, so the Mazzano track. So these are Aragon I don't like. I'm not looking forward to Aragon, but Mazzano we've been okay at in the past. Indonesia we've been good at. All these tracks are coming into sort of my favorite tracks towards the end of the season. So hopefully we can maintain the momentum that we have been putting and put pressure on coming into the top 5 in the championship. Currently we're 5th in the championship on 110 points, ahead of Maverick Vinales and Alicia Spargo on the factory Aprilias, but we are trailing Franco Morbidelli. Our relationships are looking pretty good across the paddock. We're neutral with pretty much the Aprilia boys, but hey, we were in their stable last year and now we've jumped ship to Honda. So with that being the case, let's jump down into the Grand Prix here at Silverstone. We've got a dry practice, free practice 1, a wet practice. So I think we'll do free practice to ensure we get some dry track time, cloudy qualifying, wet sprint race, followed by a dry race. Let's jump down to the track. Okay, so free practice. This was an interesting one. It was a little bit difficult to get into a good pace here, but let's jump down into our track guide anyway, considering this is a dry practice session. So the first sector is basically what Silverstone is, the classic sort of old school track, flowing corners, tight corners as well. So it's all about the mid-corner speed, ensuring that you've got good control of your throttle finger around here, or throttle if you actually are on a motorbike. So coming down this sort of mini back straight, we're coming to the heavy turn 6 of Brooklands. Very easy to miss your braking marker there. And then we come into the tight corner of Luffield, a corner that almost seems to go on forever. And as we come out of Luffield, we're on the gas straight away back into Woodcote and around where the track used to start, over the line there to start the second sector. And then, oh sorry, I think it was third sector. So we come around Corpse Corner. Then we're into the Maggots and Beckett's section of the track. Turn 11 there, followed by turn 12. Very easy to catch a couple of different lines through here to try and line up a good run down the Hanger Straight. And we're on power there, click up into 6th gear. Now, it's really hard to pick your braking mark here. There's a few sort of techniques you can use, but I'm trying to Make sure that we've got good corner speed coming through here. Then we're down into the chicane. Heavy braking, trying to get the bike pulled up as fast as possible. Flick right into turn 17. Hang the bike out wide, trying to get the corner speed as much as possible through club corner and across the line. That put us in 19th, but this was not to last, as overall we were down the back of the field. We were third fastest Honda from Marini, and things were not looking good, so the woes of Honda seemed to have returned here. So, practice. Practice was a soggy practice session. We were looking to find our settings and make ourselves be in a better position for qualifying and hopefully put ourselves into the top qualifying positions. This was sort of our strongest lap in the wet session with 12 minutes to go. Very slippery, but we've managed to find our best settings. So we've gone with a traction control of 4, anti-wheelie of 3, engine brake of 3, and a power mode of 2, just to sort of reduce the wheel spin as much as possible. And hopefully that wheel spin would mean that we get a bit more traction, a bit more grip, and a bit more confidence in the wet. So we didn't feel too bad. I was feeling like bike-wise, it didn't feel too bad, but the times just weren't showing what they needed to show. With that being the case, we were looking to get a better feel for what we could do for the race. So I was hoping if we could get into the top qualifying sessions, that we would be in a position to be able to consolidate points and make sure that we stayed in the top 10. But this didn't really turn out from our practice session here, unfortunately. And even though it felt quite good on the bike, we didn't get that same feeling in the timesheets. We were dead last come the end of practice. So not what we're looking for here. Okay, so we're down here for qualifying. We're in the bottom qualifying, so we've got to give it all we've got to make sure that we're in a good position for the race. So let's put on a new set of soft tyres, running the 340mm front brake, because that gives us that bit of braking stability around this Silverstone circuit, as you're going to need it into a lot of the hard braking zones. So our objective for this weekend is to finish in front of Quartararo, but Quartararo has been going quite well, and overall I don't think we're going to have the pace to match with Quartararo. Already messed up that first braking marker. It runs us well and truly wide into turn 1, so this lap is not to be competitive, but it's certainly part of the lessons learned. Hopefully this can just put us into a little bit of a rhythm that we can carry into the rest of the session, and hopefully put ourselves in a better position than we have been in the past. So fingers crossed we can get a good result here. And a big lock up into the final chicanes there of turn 16 and turn 17. That's not really going to benefit us, but this lap is only a flying lap. So let's see this time round if we're in a better position. We did a 202.509. I don't think that's really going to hold. It's better. We'll still twitchy into turn 1. But overall, it was still a stronger entry into turn 1 than last time around. We're already almost close to a second up on our time. But we've had a massive slide on the rear there coming into turn 3. See if we can gather it together in turn 4. We're pushing to put ourselves in position. We're up 4/10 on our previous time. So could we be on for challenging for Q2? Heavy braking now into Brooklands. We're deep. We're a lot deeper than we need to be, but can we recover it? We still, no, it looks like we've lost too much time there, but we still have the rest of the lap to make up, so we could have an improvement. In fact, I think we will have an improvement, but if we were able to maintain that time we found in the first 2 sectors, we would be in a lot better position. There we go, we're 1.4 seconds off Jack Miller's time currently, so we definitely need to put in a better lap again and ensure ourselves not to the back of the grid as Honda often has been this season. Flicking now into Beckett's. Flick into the turn 14 Chapel corner. On the power now, got the right heart device down, clicked up into 6th gear. On the brakes, we're probably a little bit early there, but we need to set a solid banker lap. Again, we got that sort of cross, the rear crossing up, coming into the tight braking on this track. But we are a second up. But it doesn't improve us from 13th here, so the back of the grid at this stage. We really need to put in a flyer. We really need to put a good, consistent lap on the table here. Again, that rear just keeps stepping out on us. We keep losing time on that one. Flick into turn 4 of the loop. Back on the power now, making sure that we're managing the throttle as best we can. We're over track limits there, so that's an invalid lap. And we don't really have enough fuel to stay out, so let's go back to the pits. Let's stay on the tyres. The tyres feel good, but we only have 4 minutes now, so it's a bit of a time crunch. Okay, let's see if we can do anything this time round. On the curbs there, but we're still up through this first sector. Made the brakes better there, so we are up by 5/10. This lap could do us some good. We just need to put everything together. Seven tenths up coming into the second sector. There we go, we're up 6/10, so we're putting together a good lap here. At least enough to lift us off the final row. Okay, tense up now coming into this final sector. We're going to brake a little bit early. Ensure that we can hit the apex. That's better through there, but we have lost a little bit of time. Let's see, where does that put us? Puts us in 9th, so we're just off the front, the back row now. Do we have any more time in us here? Do we have anything left to put on the table? Already down in the first sector. So it's not looking too good here, but it's a start nonetheless. A little bit off coming into the second sector. Braking heavy into Brooklands. Again, we're close to the time, so we've got time that we can still find. Just need to put every foot in the correct position and make sure that we're not making any mistakes and maximizing the qualities of the bike here through these high corner speed turns. Not far off that time, but we just need a little bit more of an improvement and could put us even further up the grid, which is already so far not the greatest qualifying, but it's better if we don't start on the back of the grid. There we go, we've got a little bit of improvement here. Bit of a spin on the rear, that's going to lose us a little bit of drive. Oh, we're deep into the stove corner. And that has lost us quite a bit of time, but do we have enough to make any improvements here to leapfrog Pedro Acosta? Oh, out wide on the curbs. We've just lost time in the run to the line there. That puts us 9th overall, just ahead of the last row, so we're still the fastest Honda in this one so far. Okay, now it's time for the sprint race. We're going to run a soft combination. It's wet down here in Silverstone, so we're looking to keep the soft tyres on, get some grip. Looks like most of the grid is going to run the soft tyres as well. Oh, we're a little bit late off the line there compared to everybody else. Going to try and make a move on the inside of our teammate Zarco there, and through on the Aprilias as well. Looking to go around the outside of Bezecchi, again to make an inside. So this has been a pretty incredible start overall. Coming up into 7th position by turn 4, holding Franco around the outside there, looking for a move even on Quartararo, but we had to pull out of that one there, otherwise we weren't going to make the corner at all. So we're going to try and make a move through. We're going to brake early though, cautious on the brakes in the wet. We're currently in 7th behind Quartararo and Vinales. And we can see the front two having a good battle here on the opening lap. We're looking to go around the outside of Quartararo now. Almost make it through. Easing through these twisty and winding sections of the track. Surprisingly, we're feeling quite good in the wet at the moment, so we might have a chance at a podium here. It'd be good if we do. Oh, got a little bit balked by Pecco there. I thought Pecco would be a little bit closer to the front at this stage. Going for a long move on Bastianini there. Bastianini dives back up the inside. We look for the undercut. We're able to make the undercut. We sit on the racing line there. And we're through to third by the first lap. What a lap. Cautious not to throw anything away. We're not in the best position there. Marquez is going to pull away. We've got some pretty good pace at this stage of the sprint race. I would be absolutely happy to walk away from the second last row on the grid and be in third in the sprint. I think that is a big achievement. We've gone well and truly wide in the braking area there. We're going to let the Ducatis back through. Unfortunately, the momentum we did gain, we have lost, but we're still on the back of the Ducatis. Still, the bike's a bit twitchy, but we're still feeling relatively okay. Whoa, big slide on the rear. We're going to have to really pull this one up. Now just trying to focus on getting onto the back of this group on this battle for second place. Okay, so we've got Vinales behind us, about 8/10 behind us here. So Pecco, Bastianini and Marquez all having a really good battle here for second. Jorge Martin's cleared out at the front. Bastianini got on the curbs there, that's going to give us better drive. Again, we're deep, but we're not as deep as the lap before. Bastianini's going to get back through. Good battles going on here between Pecco and Marquez. If they keep battling, that could bring us back into this battle for second. We've had to sit up there. Almost ran into the back of Pecco Bagnaia. Going for a move. We're out wide and we're down. So we did have the pace to make the move, but we couldn't pull the bike back up on the brakes. Now we've really got to focus ourselves on getting back into that top 9, at least getting a point out of this. So we're really just trying to focus. Look at Acosta ahead of us here. Oh, again, we're wide into this corner. We're really trying on the brakes to make any gain in speed or pace. Wide into left field. We're not giving up here. We still have the opportunity to get past Acosta as we go into Corpse Corner. We're through. We're also through on Alicia Spargo there. That gets us up to 9th, so we're at least in the points. Don't think we're going to have enough pace to catch Miguel Oliveira. Cautious onto the brakes now into Stowe Corner. Oh, another wobble. Don't want to go down. Backing the bike into the braking zone. We have made time there, so we definitely have the pace to be ahead of these riders, but due to our mistake, that's not available for us here, so it's P9 overall. Okay, so P9 there, it's not the greatest, it's not the worst. We still got points, we're at least on the points table, so I guess we just have to see how it goes for the sprint race. Where does that put us in the championship? We're still holding 5th by only a few points. So we've got to watch out for Maverick Vinales here. But we're still definitely the top Yamaha manufacturer and Honda by far. We are in 7th in the team's championship behind Red Bull Factory KTM. And we are 4th in the constructors. Alright, race time. We're going to run a soft combination. Same settings as what we have had all weekend long. Let's see if the dry weather can help us improve our position at all. And we're off. It's not a bad start. It's okay. It's better than the starts we've had in the previous races. Zarco got a bit bogged down at the start there, so we've managed to make a move through. We're looking to go around the outside again of Bezecchi. Jorge Martin was down a little bit further than we were expecting him to be. Now we're looking to make a move into 8th place coming into the loop. So we've got a warning for an incident. Oh, big twitch on the rear, but we're managing to make it work around the outside of Alicia Spargo there. That's pretty incredible. I wasn't expecting to make a move around the outside there. Miguel Oliveira has done well to put the Aprilia in the position it currently is, in 6th, but we can see our direct sort of challenge at the moment of Fabio Quartararo ahead of us. So there's the top Japanese manufacturer. We're eyeing off that spot. We seem to get a pretty good run here. We've got a little bit of an opportunity to get around Oliveira, but he's got the inside through the Chappelle corner. Got the slipstream. Can we make a safe move through? Unlike what happened here in the sprint with Pecco Bagnaia. We do, and we also open the door on getting through on Fabio Quartararo as well. Braking heavily into the Vale corner, through turn 17, now following through, seeing that there is this big battle of evenly spaced riders for the top 4 between Marquez, Bagnaia, Vinales and Bastianini. So we do know that Vinales is our immediate challenger in the championship. for points. So if we can get ahead of Vinales, that will give us the opportunity to maintain our 5th place in the championship. We've seemingly dropped Quartararo here. But the real question is can we catch that group that is 1.4 seconds ahead of us? A little bit wide, well and truly wide, using track limits there. Cautious into Stowe corner, we're deep. We've lost time to that front battle. Trying to ease our way through as much as possible. We've done our personal best lap of a 2-minute flat 0.3. We're kind of sitting in this weird limbo where we're about the same distance from ahead of Quartararo as Bastianini is ahead of us. Again, we're a bit late into Brooklands and a bit wide into Luffield, but I don't mind running a little bit of a wider line to get a better exit out of Luffield. We seem to be spending a lot of time in this race being a bit like a yo-yo, back and forth between the gap between us and, and Bastianini. We put in another personal best, so we're starting to get into consistent times now. absolutely pushing the bike to the maximum here, and on lap 4 of 7 we're still about 2 seconds off Bastianini here, so I don't know if we're going to catch this top group. We've done our fastest lap of 159.998, so we have dropped the 2-minute barrier. Looks like one of the riders ran wide there. Must have been Vinales. I know, let's see if we can put a helicopter shot on the side here and see if we can follow this battle at the front while we're here. Just to make things a little bit more interesting as we're trying to catch up to the rest of this battle. But what we're really hoping is that they do keep engaging in this big battle, because if they do, it's going to slow them down and we've got the ability to catch up. This is the closest we've been, so we might have a chance here. Another low 2 minute, so we weren't below that 2-minute barrier, but we're very close. This battle is raging between the top 4. Okay, we've started the final lap now. We're still about a second off Bastianini. Looks like Vinales has cleared a little bit at the front. Oh, Bastianini's gone down. We're going to inherit 4th place on the last lap here. track limits warning there. But I don't think we're going to be able to catch Bagnaia and Marc Marquez. Looks like that side of the battle is all set. Vinales looks to be holding that first position. If you're liking this one, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Coming into the final corners now, the battle between Marquez and Bagnaia is still raging. Marquez holds out, and we hold out for 4th place. So 4th place wasn't bad there. If you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that bell notification so you don't miss a single episode here on the channel. So it was 4th there for us, pretty impressive overall, considering that where we come from on the grid. But we have lost 5th position in the championship to Vinales, as he did win the race, but we're still the top Japanese manufacturer and by far the top Honda manufacturer. With that being said, let's see if we can keep pushing to make an improvement for the rest of the season and push ourselves into the top 5. In the Teams Championship, we have moved up a position to P6 over Red Bull KTM, and we are in 3rd in the Constructors Championship. Pretty impressive. Okay, so the rewards, we didn't beat Quartararo in the qualifying session, so we're going to get a little bit of penalties knocked off, but we finished 15th, at least 15th in both sprint and race. So overall, I don't think that's too bad overall. All right, next round we are out in Austria and seeing how everything goes. If you guys have enjoyed this one, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification because it means a lot to us here at the channel and it lets us know what type of content you're doing. So just a reminder, make sure to give us a big old click on that like button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and we'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, have fun, keep living life. Bye for now.